I mentioned, we're talking about David, it's 2 Samuel chapter 11, David's sin. 2 Samuel chapter 10 tells of the conquering of David's conquests. 2 Samuel 10, 2 Samuel 11 tells of his sin. 1 Kings chapter 11. You can remember the 11th book of those two books. They're right next to each other. The 11th chapter of 1 Kings talks about Solomon's sin. The 10th chapter, just before that, talks of Solomon's riches, just as 2 Chronicles 9 does. It's the same account. But once again, second time around, God's mercy does not mention the sin of Solomon and all of his strange wives. It skips it. And it just goes, it tells after he was visited by the Queen of Sheba, it tells all of his riches, and then it goes right into his death. And I want to point this out too. Are they not written in the book of Nathan the prophet and the prophecy of Ahijah the Shilonite? The readings, the books, from what I understand, these books are incorporated in the books of the kings. So, don't let that confuse you. It's like, oh, wait, what is this? A missing Bible book? No. God's Word is complete. God's Word is put together, and we have it all. And it's amazing that, once again, if you want to know some more details, well, I just told you. What the Bible doesn't record here because of God's mercy, go back to 1 Kings, and you'll even get the background story, of course, to Rehoboam. How that all came about. Remember, God said, I will raise up an adversary. And Jeroboam and his son, Rehoboam, this all was mentioned in 1 Kings. Because God was displeased with what Solomon had done with his riches. Remember all the ones that said he made, in this chapter we just read, he made a number of folks, I think it was in this chapter, maybe it was one before it. Maybe it was the one before it. Yeah, as for the people, that was in chapter 8, sorry. People that were left of the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, which were not of Israel, he made like slaves, kind of. But he also made those people's daughters his wives, which is once again detailed in 1 Kings 11. Those passages are read for you here on Family Bible Time. Also, for the folks that watch along on livestream.com, you can find those passages, 1 Kings chapter 11, and catch up, on some of those details that I mentioned.